Good afternoon. This is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 20498 Southwest Shandell Court here in Beaverton. We're located at the front right corner of the house. The line is actually on the right side of the home, but it's very near this corner. That's the front door there. So off to the right of the front door as you face the house from the street. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero the foot counter out here at the base of the clean out access. Off we go. My camera might be upside down or a little sideways in a couple spots here. And out of the gate here, pretty darn clean sewer line. That little bit of tan brownish substance you'll see under the water there, it's a very thin layer. It's a very minor example of grease buildup. This is nowhere near needing cleaning. I just like to point it out in case people aren't familiar with grease buildup and haven't ever seen it or familiar with how to mitigate it. But most of it comes from cooking and putting the cooking oil and grease down the line. It's not something that should go down your sewer line. And if you do it enough, you end up with a nice thick sticky layer of grease buildup in your sewer line. And it slows stuff down. It causes stuff that would otherwise make it out to get hung up in the line. And when blockages do occur, they block more effectively. And they're less likely to break loose on their own. It acts like glue, essentially. It also essentially waterproofs toilet paper. Things that would normally disintegrate on their own don't do that properly. So anyway, a moment ago we just swapped over or transitioned into 4-inch 30/34. It's the green PVC we're in now. But anyway, this is a home. It's a good example of a home that's doing a pretty good job of not putting grease down the line. What's in here is very, very minor relative to most homes. A very clean sewer line. And it's hard not to get some amount of it down the sewer line. Alright, we've hit the main here at about 51 feet. We're going to go locate the camera head while the pipe drains out. We'll take a second look at everything as we come back. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates out on Southwest Shandell Court. As the line makes its way out, this is kind of an in general route. Line ends up crossing from right to left. This is as you face the front of the home from the street. Right to left. About where the front door is at is right around, approximately anyways, where the line starts to straightens out and then shoots off into the road. Meanders around a little bit to get there, but anyway, if you keep the same habits up these people have, this is about as clean as I really expect lines to be within reason. Some homes keep them crazy clean, but it's kind of hard to do. You got to go out of your way. But it's kind of a general rule of thumb. If you've got enough grease or oil on your pans, if you were to turn them sideways, this is when the pans are hot or warm anyway. If there's enough on there that it runs off the pan or flows off the pan, at that point you want to do something about it. Let the pan cool down, wipe it out with a paper towel or pour it into a jar. Scrape it off into the garbage can. You don't want to do that when it's super hot or you'll burn stuff, but anyway, a thin little coating of PAM spray, for instance, not something you really need to worry about a whole lot. Hot water and soap handles that. It's when you've got quantity that it gets you. Now, all the green PVC that looks great. Drains off very nicely. All the joints are tight. Zero issues there. So this right here is kind of the set of turns here as the line kind of wraps around the porch to straighten out in the little front yard area. Now the back-to-back set of turns here. And that right there, that little spot at the top of the pipe, that little bit of substance there is that's what it looks like when someone has clogged the line up. Now, there was no underlying reason for it. Someone just flushed too much stuff down the toilet. That's what allowed some debris to hit the top of the pipe there. And then whatever did happen broke loose on its own very quickly. It's one of the reasons you want to try and keep your line clean. is it helps to prevent stuff like that from happening. Usually it's just kids balling up toilet paper and stuff like that. That's the beauty. That's why you want to keep the line clean, is it helps to mitigate the chance that stuff like that can happen. And or when it does happen, it's able to break loose under the head pressure of water building up behind it. All right, we're now going backwards. And right here, and I'll get that junk off the camera lens there. I've turned the water off now, so I don't have anything washing anything off. Anyway, no standing water going back to the foundation wall. That's why I do that. Some lines will settle as they go under the foundation. This one did not. No standing water present there. And then everything beyond that point, going back into the crawl space, is exposed piping. It's stuff that the home inspector takes a look at when they're down in the crawl space area. I focus on everything that's underground. Now we've got good flow all the way to the main lateral connection. The ABS and PVC portions of the line we just scoped there, all of them are in good condition. Quite a clean sewer line. And it is functioning properly at this time. Off to a good start here. Anyway, it's based on watching this thing visually here, and that's pointing out towards, there's the for sale sign. Line kind of runs up here adjacent to the porch, cuts over in front of the patio, and then right around approximately about where the front door is, where the line turns and then shoots off to the road. And it terminates on the further side of the road, offset anyway to the opposite side of the road. That's for the engineer in the house, who I'm sure wants to know where everything is at.